Greetings, it's Brandy Lynette here with Manifest Prosperity, and I am your holistic life strategist. Day 6 in the Stack with Purpose challenge. We are here today to talk to you about that good old compounding interest. I call it pounds of interest. Yes, pounds of interest. That's what we're here to talk about today. Before I get into today's content, I got to make sure I invite you to the 1-day strategy 101 session where you get one-on-one attention, your customized strategy for you, your life, your business, your family. Make sure it's mapped out, customized, and strategic just for you, full of the systems that you need for the next 90 days. For 2 weeks thereafter, after that 4-hour session of putting your 90 days together, I make sure that you are doing all the things you need to do to have a strong implementation process in the very beginning so that you are clear and set to go for the duration of the 90 days to get you to the end of the spring season, thereby giving you a master lifestyle spring clean. All right. With that being said, that is just the one opportunity. There is still the 90-day collective, collaborative experience opportunity with other legacy-minded moms in business. That begins on April 6th. Both offers, there's more information about those underneath this challenge. Before I go deeper into that, because I'll do that later at the end of this video, I want to make sure we get into the content. Pounds of interest, interest by the pounds of interest. That's what we're talking about today. How can you get pounds of interest on your money so that you are fueling your midterm and long-term goals? We're going to talk about it today. First of all, let's talk about what interest is, though. We know that interest is, we talk about a lot when it comes to credit, when it comes to you purchasing and financing things. Interest is that money that they put on top of the money you borrow. So if you borrowed $100, say they put in 5% of interest on that $100, that means that you are going to have to pay back $105. So we have interest that works no matter what, but some interest can work against you, like in the situation with credit, or interest can work for you and with you, and that's where compounding interest comes in. This is when interest works in the same very way, where it's still giving you more money on the dollar, but instead of you paying more money on the dollar, more dollars are coming back to you. It's that circulation of money. It's that recycling of money. It's that currency of money coming your way. And that's what you want. That's what you want. You want it to keep coming your way and more thereafter. You want it really to be like, oh my God, where's all this money coming from? You want it to come from everywhere. So I'm going to show you how to do that with some compounding interest. All right. The next thing, to get you to understand how compounding interest works a little bit further, I want you to understand a concept that is known in the financial services industry as a whole, called the Rule of 72. The Rule of 72 helps you to understand how compounding interest is working in your favor, or if it's not working in your favor, and at which rate it's going. Let's use a simple example here I've written down because my math is not my strongest suit. I got to write all my math out. But let's say here, with the Rule of 72, we have a 6% interest rate. All right. The Rule of 72 says that we divide the number 72 by the percentage rate, which in this case it is 6%. And that will let us know how much or how quickly that money has the ability to double. So if we do 72, the Rule of 72, divide that by 6%, that's going to give us 12 years. Every 12 years, if we are putting 6% interest on the money, every 12 years, the amount of money that it is going to double. So if it's $100 and it has 6% interest on it, after 12 years, that $100 will make another make it to $200. It'll be a total of $200. Say you had $200, you did the Rule of 72 with this 6%. After 12 years, that $200 will become $400. And the same thing is true when it comes to credit for compounding interest. If you are paying 6% interest on something for 12 years, then you are going to have the amount of whatever it is you pay for. You're going to help them to get double that money after 12 years. So we need to think about compounding interest when it comes to both situations. Are we using it to help us? Or are we using it to hurt us? And are we being wise about the investment and making sure that we are recycling the money in the ways that's going to help us to achieve our goals? We got to think about that. So now that you understand compounding interest, use it as a way to gauge and to make yourself more aware of the decisions that you're making, their effects on you, their consequences and effects on your goals, on what you already have established, and all of those things is so important. Now, the next thing. I think that's everything. That's actually everything on my little cue card. I did it all. Okay, so let's move on. If you need more help to understand compounding interest when it comes to insurance specifically, because insurance is a vehicle that can be used to help you to compound some interest. If you have IULs, if you have annuities, if you have whole life insurance, you can use those things to your advantage. And the reason why it works so beautifully well on top of the compounding interest, all of the money that you're growing, because the policy, for lack of the proper terms and all this, don't confuse you. But let's pretend that the money that you're growing is wrapped around in a protective blanket of insurance. Insurance cannot be taxed by federal government law. Insurance cannot be taxed. Therefore, this is how the compounding interest works great in your favor with insurance products and using those as your compounding interest vehicle, because they are protected. So when you're ready to cash out on your money and you do it all in the right times and things and the stipulations that come with your policy, all you have is money on money on money on money on money. Like, who doesn't want that? I know you want that. So if you're in the state of Tennessee, I can help you. If you're in other states, until I get licensed in other states, I can have you be referred to people who I trust, who are going to take great care of you. Back to those offers. I know you need to be digging deeper, because I have blown your mind this week with all the things we've talked about in this challenge. And I know you don't have anybody to sit down and talk to make sure that you have strategies such as the ones in this challenge and the other 2 weeks worth of challenges. I know you don't have anybody who's digging deep with you, sitting down with you, helping you to really understand what you have going on, how it's affecting you in a good way and in a negative way, where your strengths are and where your opportunities for improvement are, and then giving you strategies and systematic approaches that are going to help you to do even better in the areas where you have strength, and to help you to improve, so that you max it out in the areas where you need improvement. No one's doing that for you. So go ahead and let Brandy Lynette help you. You can continue coming to these challenges, and that's fine, and get little snippets here and there. Or you can go ahead and sign up for the last of the 3 one-on-one one-day strategy sessions that I have remaining for this month. That expires on April the 5th, and then I don't know when I'm going to reoffer it. It's going to be again, but I'm not quite sure when, because after I get my 3 moms in for the one-day one-on-one strategy session for their 90 days of greatness, I'm also going to be working with 30 women in a group collaborative collective opportunity, doing the very same thing, but with 30 women at the same time, giving them a lot of my time and attention, a lot of my one-on-one, as well as in a group setting. So I don't know when I'll do the one-on-one after April the 5th. So the one-on-one opportunity is $2,800. The link is all over the description in this video and everywhere else where I've been marketing in these internet streets. All you have to do is look for them, or you can comment or DM me the word stack. If you're interested in that 90-day, that 3-month collaborative experience with 30 moms in business, well, you can do that as well. All the same links, you can find that there. And guess what? That's just $6,600, and it's for a full 90 days where you get me one-on-one and in a group setting for full 90 days, digging way deep. All right, that's it for now. Peace and love. We got one more day left in this challenge. It is the recap, and it's all about, is you going to be sitting or you going to be stacking? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Peace and love. Manifest prosperity always and in always.